So is it still pulled pork or not?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess if you're going to pull it, it's pulled pork, but the distinction is it's not barbecue. To me, barbecue is, wood smoke. You have to smoke that to get barbecue. If you're cooking meat on a grill, or if you're rotisserie, how do you say that? Rotisserie?
Rotisserieing?
Yeah. Rotisserie piece of meat. That's not barbecue. That's my opinion.
Now, how do you address people who say that, barbecue has come to be a lot of things. It's a verb, it's a noun, it's an adjective.
That's why we made the distinction saying Southern barbecue, because we're doing a style of cuisine that is used down south. When we were down there and doing our research, and we were in Tennessee, you'd stop people on the street saying, "Hey, where do you go for barbecue?" And they knew exactly what you were talking about. And specifically in that region, they knew you were talking about pork. You go to these places and you don't say, can I have this, that, or the other. You just go in and you say, I'll have a plate of barbecue, and you get pork. Usually it's the shoulder, what we're doing here. Some people do the whole hog barbecue, but it's the difference is that, you can barbecue. You don't barbecue hot dogs and hamburgers. You're grilling. The barbecue is a piece of equipment, and that's what we do here. Is we cook, authentic Southern barbecue. And this is what we use. We use the shoulder. This is actually the butt. The butt is a portion of the shoulder, and it gives you the best part of the shoulder. So we just rub it, pretty liberally. The barbecue rub is also something that's used on all of our meats. So we're just kind of rubbing all the surfaces. And this is going to cook a long time. This is a tough cut of meat. And that's another thing with barbecue. If you're going to cook pork tenderloin really fast on the grill, that's great, but that ain't barbecue.
So other than imparting flavor, what purpose does this rub serve exactly?
Well, it's mostly for flavor. It's going to get dark, and you're going to see it come out. We get a lot of people here at the restaurant who will say, well, my meat's burnt before they even kind of tuck into it.
So you could put this in the smoker without any rub on it, and it just wouldn't taste very good?
Yeah. We found some people down in Memphis who were just, using the wood as the flavoring, and then afterwards using the sauce. But for me, I like what the rub does in terms of, it gets that nice bark on the outside, and it will turn it really, really dark because there's sugar in the rub, and that's just the caramelizing. And it does get really dark, and I can understand why some people would think that, it's burnt, but once you taste it, you notice that it's a completely different thing. So all we do is rub it. We got a rack here. This is our smoker. If you're cooking this at home, you probably don't have a gigantic smoker like we have here, but
you can see the smoke billowing out of there.
It's the same process, right? You're cooking it low and slow. You're going for temperature. We cook at 225, and it's a little high there. 227. It's going to jump back down to 225, but that to me is another thing about barbecues. You're cooking for a long time at a low temperature. There's some barbecuers who cook real fast, but we prefer cooking low and slow. It's a tough kind of meat. You want to kind of break down those connective tissues, and I think we got one here that's there we go. This is done. This has been cooking for 12 hours.
You'll see it out. The light's not going to get that, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it up.
There we go.
Good. So I'll take the whole rack out just so you can see what we're talking about here. It's shrank quite a bit. A lot of the fat kind of renders. You get a nice bark on the outside.
A lot of shrinkage.
A lot of shrinkage, yeah. And why do they call it pulled pork? Well, that just falls right apart. So what we do here is we pull it and we use it as a pork platter. We make sandwiches with it, and to me that's the backbone of barbecue.
We need smell-o-vision. That's really good.
Oh, it smells great and it tastes great. That to me is barbecue. Now you'll see around the edges here, you'll get like a smoke ring, and it'll look pink. And a lot of people get scared and they'll say, "Oh, my meat's not cooked." That's been cooking for 12 to 13 hours. We cook it to
that went in last night.
Yeah, we cook it to 195 degrees. So that's well cooked. But you get the smoke ring, which is caused by the wood smoke, and that's another thing about barbecue. If you don't see a smoke ring, they're probably baking their meats in the back, or
rather than using smoke and a rub.
That's it. I mean, and that's what barbecue is. That's the type of food we cook here.
And that's our pulled pork.
That's it.
Beautiful.